Over the past week, there has been a number of allegations in the media about SMMEs stopping construction in Summerstrand, where Ironman is proceeding with construction towards the hosting of the event. We have had several meetings as a city to try to mediate, and we decided that as stakeholders, whatever the outcome of that is, we bring to the media jointly, so that there is no one who's going to have their own press statement or issue their own statement besides the statement that's going to be issued here today. Can we hand over to the SMMEs so that we then hand over to Ironman for their statement, and then the executive mayor after that?
Okay. Thank you, Edie. Thank you, Mayor. Basically, most of the time, you'll find out in these events, you won't find the historically disadvantaged SMMEs, meaning that you'll find people that are staying in Somerset, and then you believe that the only people that are staying there is only the whites and the most advantaged. So we engage the city in terms of the event of Ironman, because Ironman has been in the metro for almost 14 years, and no black SMMEs benefited in Ironman. From the 12th of April 2018, we started engagement with Ironman, and there was Ironman Africa, there was World Champs Ironman, and thereafter we said to them, on the coming Ironman, that is 2019 Ironman, we have to sit down and be part of that. But Ironman never came on board. So basically, we wanted to show Ironman that we've done everything that we can do. So now, before they even commence on site, we have to stop the site. We are not fighting with them, but we want their attention. And also we wanted the attention of the city. Basically, when we did that, we went on site, we told the service providers that they must stop. And so I will say fortunate is that we find I will call it a service provider, which was a white service provider, was doing scaffolding. And that white service provider was just a supervisor. Most of the people that were doing the scaffolding were black, So meaning that we can do these things, just that we are not given a chance to do it. So, Mr. Mayor, what I'm trying to say is that we didn't stop the Ironman just because of we want to vandalize or not to make the event to happen. But the issue is that we have engaged with them, wanted to participate in the process. So basically, with the help of the ED tried and organized short meetings because it was an 11th hour. Then in terms of those meetings, we sat as an executive, and then we came to a conclusion that Ironman agrees that he will be able to create space for us to become service providers. That's what we've agreed upon. I don't know whether I can. Yeah.
Thank you very much. That is the Summerstrand Business Forum. I want to confirm that there is an agreement on the table to be signed this afternoon between Ironman and the Summerstrand Business Forum, representing all the wards that are affected. I do want to also say that both parties during negotiations negotiated in good faith. And we are satisfied as a city that the SMMEs in this city are not against Ironman, but are saying they would like an opportunity to participate in providing services during Ironman. You'll remember that as per the agreement that we have with Ironman, we do have a clause that indicates that there must be a participation of SMMEs in the city. And I think from what we gathered from the SMMEs was an enforcement of that clause to make sure that they participate in providing services. We agreed with Ironman that moving forward, that clause will be implemented as such, and there will be feedback in terms of reporting by Ironman to the city. But there will be another agreement that will be a long-term agreement between Summerstrand Business Forum that will be part of the agreement that we will sign moving forward with Ironman, to make sure that we are not going to repeat the mistakes of the past, but move forward and make sure that the SMMEs in the affected wards participate in Ironman. We are all in good spirits. The service providers for Ironman are on site this morning, which means that both parties negotiated in good faith. Even before the agreement is signed, they agreed that service providers can go back on site to make sure that the event that is taking place the coming weekend is not compromised. Over to you, Kim.
Thank you for allowing us to come through. I think the ED has probably said it to the sort of hit it on the nail, that I think all parties have negotiated in good faith. Our aim was to find a resolution that is mutually beneficial to both parties and allow us to create a great event for our athletes next weekend. We thought in the beginning of the year, in consultation with the city, we did a tender system, and we thought at that time that would be the solution to this ongoing problem. But I think now, between the agreement that we have now with our fellow colleagues from the Southern Australian Business Forum, I think we've got a sort of working document going forward.
Thank you very much. I will hand over to the Executive Mayor.
Thank you very much, Edie. All we want to say on our side is that we have assured the residents that Ironman will carry on uninterrupted. We said, lay down your fears when the media was actually making this a huge thing. But I don't know, when it comes to, once you mention the name SMME, so many people, they just jump as if there is a big elephant that is going to tear everything apart. But these are business people that want to grow. They belong to us, not anywhere. If you are having children, you must treat all your children the same. There must be no one that is bigger, against another one. So this is the approach this municipality is taking. And we have said that we will make sure that, these people are having the skills, because that's what is important. There are huge projects that are coming, towards the city. We want, the bigger contractors to ensure that they are not only giving these guys money. We want these guys to have skills so that they can be able to grow in the next coming years. So I just want to say and confirm that there was nothing wrong. There might be, in a moving car, the dogs are going to bark. So when the dogs bark, the car is moving. The problem is that it was already around the news that Ironman is not going to take place, Ironman is going to go to Cape Town and all those things. We said, no. We as the city will make sure that Ironman carries on uninterrupted. We are actually working with these guys for 15 years now.
16 actually.
16 years. We started with them with a very small amount, that I'm not private to mention it now. And at least now it grows a bit. It means, therefore, that we're having a good relations with them. And also, we recently host, Ironman International, uninterrupted, nothing. Every event we are hosting, it becomes a success. But sometimes the success is not being mentioned. Always, you media guys are mentioning, the other things as if this government is a government that is not actually in control. We are in control for the benefit of our residents and also the ratepayers. And our contract comes to an end.
End of April, Executive Mayor.
This April. Yes, so the negotiations are going to start. But what we are going to do right now, we don't want any negotiations before the work starts. So everything is going to be placed in the agreement. Because sometimes our agreements, they leave a little bit of a space. Then we are going to ensure that before any agreement, everything is actually put in place in there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say that we are happy as the city now that both parties have managed to find each other, and also Ironman will continue uninterrupted. And fortunately, I also did move around this morning. I saw things are actually moving. And also thank to the SMME, the way they are reporting. It's not me. They said, no, Mr. Mayor, we didn't fight. We were there in order to ensure that we wanted the attraction, of the Ironman organizers. And but we are not promoting them to actually close work, to stop work for the other contractors. We are not promoting that. And I must give you a little bit of a whip on that. And you start with the last thing, trying to bring attention. But if you did come to my office, and definitely so the ED and the MMC, definitely so they would have attend to that. But when you are at war, you use all the strategies in order to ensure that the process is actually being fast-tracked. But all we are happy as the city is that at least both parties, they find each other. Now, at least the Ironman is going to continue uninterrupted. When we spend money in these events, we want value for money. So this is the ratepayers' money. This is the taxpayers' money. So the taxpayers, they want to see that there is value for their money. And indeed, in Ironman is one of the projects that the city is proud of. And but I'm not saying that when we negotiate the new contract starting on April. In fact, maybe it's going to start. Starting on April. I'm not saying that automatically everything is going to be right. There's going to be negotiations, but we're going to make it right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. SMMEs, officials, and everyone, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Executive.